Hey y'all, it's Diane with Shawcraft One and my old barn door, and I'm just kind of playing around right now, playing with some scraps. You know how, like when I'm working on making my farm folios, and so I've printed my digitals off, my digital pages, printed off some of my digital pages, and cardstock's not cheap. And so here's all the little bits and pieces that we cut off of our digi prints. And I'm like, man, that's so much cardstock. I really hate to waste all of this cardstock. So I thought, what can I do with these little strips? So I kind of came up with something. And seriously, I mean, it's not new. It's not anything, like this great idea or anything. But I just thought I'd show you what I'm doing with them so that I don't have to throw them in the trash. So I'm just going to take, now of course these little bitty teeny tiny ones need to go in the trash because there's not really a whole lot you can do with them. But these little strips here, I mean, you can use that cardstock and not have to waste so much cardstock. So, I'm not saying save every strip because Lord forbid you would have no room in your craft room for anything else except for these little strips. But I also have, I have this jar, and this is not the only jar that I have. I confess. I'm a hoarder. And I have all of these little bits and pieces of laces and fabrics, that I've cut for other projects and things like that. And I just throw the extras in this little jar and it just sits in my craft room. And I thought, okay, there's got to be something I can do with these because, I've got 2 of these jars now. And so it's getting to the point of ridiculous. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to take some of the stuff that's in these jars and some of these strips and I'm going to put them together and see how it comes out. So what I did was I just poured me some out in this little bowl here to kind of go with the project that I'm working on. I'm going to make these strips for my folio journals. And so I thought I would just show you what I'm doing. And, it's just another idea of something that you can do with them. So what I did is just basically glued down the strip and just started poking fabric on them. And then I decorated with some buttons and some little embellishments, to make little edge pieces to go on the edges of the page, or it can actually be a belly band. You can stitch them or you don't have to stitch them. Like with this one, I used some of the little bits of twine that I have in my little bowl here. And, so I just started. And then this one I did stitch and I like how it turned out too. So I'll show you what kind of gave me the idea, or what I thought I could use them for. So y'all know me, I always like to put stuff on the edge of the page, and look how cute that is. Isn't that adorable? So I thought it would be super cute to make some up to have to put on the edges of my pages when I make journals and things like that, or stuff them in a pocket. But this one, it could be a belly band and go right down the center. How cute is that? And I mean, of course you would trim it off to make it fit or whatever, or you could put it on the side of the page. You could put it down here on the bottom of the page and make it a little tuck. You can make it a page topper. You can make it a belly band, whatever you want to do with them. So anyways, I just thought I would show you real quick what I'm doing with them, or how I'm making them, not like you guys couldn't figure it out. But anyways, so I'm just taking a little strip, one of the little strips that I cut off of one of my digitals, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue on it. Now, if you're not going to sew, I would suggest you probably should use maybe Fabri-Tac or, a stronger glue. But I'm going to sew this one, so I'm just going to use the glue stick just to get it to stick on here long enough for me to be able to get it to the sewing machine and sew it. And then I'm just going to take little pieces of my little pieces and stick them on the strip. And I didn't glue all the way down the strip because I didn't want my glue to dry, and then of course I'd have to re-glue, so I just do a little at a time. So I add a little piece of this lace here. It's a pretty color lace, and it goes good with my my farm style stuff. Let's see, let's add some red. Actually, before I add red, I have some, this is just coffee dyed, I think it's muslin. So we'll add a little piece of that in here. And then, where's my little red piece? I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more glue on my strip so that I can keep going. So, and you can twist and turn them. It's kind of like what I do with my vintage stamps. You know, just adding those to the little strips for the edge of the pages. So I thought, well, why couldn't I do that with, you know, some of this leftover lace and fabric? So that's pretty much all it takes. And you don't want big, huge pieces, you know, because it's a little strip. Now, if you had a bigger strip, you could use bigger pieces. But I've got some of this brown. Let's use a piece of that. Just add a little color in with that white lace. And then I've got this. This is the selvage edge of a piece of fabric. I think that's actually that Tim Holtz fabric with the tickets. So we'll put that there. And then I wish I had some more blues or something. Let's see. I have this. It's a florally, bright florally color. Ooh, here's one with the chicken. But I don't know if you, yeah, you can see the chicken. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish gluing the bottom of my strip. Now you can cut your strip before you glue it on your page. You can cut it to the size of whatever page you're going to use it on if you want to. But I'm just kind of putting them together, and then I'll cut them as I, you know, find the page I want it to go on. Let me see if I can find some. Here's some blue down here. Let's use some of this. I just wanted to add a little more blue in here. Okay, so I'm going to put some blue there, and then I just need one last little piece. And I even have some little bitty pieces of chenille. So we'll add him at the bottom. There we go. And we have a little strip. So now I'm just going to take it over to the sewing machine and sew it, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I've stitched it on, you know, just stitched down the center of it, just to, you know, give it a better hold. And I didn't do a wonderful job of stitching, but I'm okay with that. And then what I want to do is take some of, where's my twine? Take some of this twine, and I'm just going to kind of make a little nest here. And I'm going to take a little hot glue, and I'm going to put it here where, you know, it's just the muslin, so it's kind of plain without a decoration or anything or color. And I'm just going to put that down. And then I have some little buttons, and I have some, let me move some of this stuff out of the way so you can see what in the world I have. I have some little flat back cabochons. This is just broken pieces of jewelry and just little, you know, doodads. And then I've got some little flowers here that I thought we might could use. Oh, I like that one right there. That'd be cute, maybe. So let's just see where we get with it. Okay, so I have my little twine here. Let me zoom in for you just a little so you can see what I'm doing. So I put my little twine here, and I just kind of want something to go over that. And I think I actually want a button. So let me see if I can find a button that kind of goes with the theme. Kind of want a big button. Oh, I like this one. But that's a different color red than everything else. Let's see. You know what? Let's do this one. So I have this button here. So I'm just going to take the shank off of it and get rid of that. And then I'm going to take my hot glue and just put some hot glue on there. And I'm going to put it right over here, over the top where I gathered that twine. Got hot glue everywhere. Okay, so I've got that one there. And I think what I might do is put, that's kind of too big. It kind of overwhelms it. What if we put a little piece of this on here? That'd be cute. Now, you probably want to put some ES 6000 on here. And I have some somewhere, but I can't find it right now. So for now, I'm just going to put it on with the hot glue. And I'll go back with the metal glue when I can find it. And I'll put some underneath there. So we'll put that there, and then maybe put something else right here in this blue where it's just kind of plain. So like this is like a little piece of, it's supposed to look like a tree, you know, a slice of a tree. But I don't think I want to use that there. Let's see what we have in here. No, that's too blingy for the colors that I have, but maybe we could use something like that, just something little and simple. Now it still looks, oh, I'm so sorry, y'all can't even see what I'm doing, I apologize. Here's the blue that I'm talking about. Now to me, these two fabrics just kind of overwhelm this, so I think what I'm going to do is, I have this little coffee cup sits beside my sewing machine, and when I have threads that, you know, I cut off or whatever, I just chunk them in this little cup, and then eventually I throw them in the garbage. Well, since I haven't thrown these in the garbage right now, I'm going to make a little nest to go up under my little cabochon there, just to give it a little added interest. So I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue right here. Can y'all see what I'm doing? Okay. And then I'm just going to kind of put that on there sideways. And it's just going to accentuate the little flat back cabochon that I have here. And then I'm going to add a little more hot glue to this. And put him right in the center. Kind of don't like this little knot right here, so we're going to cut him off and throw him in the garbage. There we go. All right, so there we have it. So now you just have a little strip with some little added embellishments, and you can do just the fabric strips, or you can, you know, and not add the embellishments, or you can add more embellishments, or do whatever you like. But it's just another way to use up your fabrics and your scrap pieces that you cut off when you cut out your digitals, so that you don't feel like you're wasting your cardstock. And it looks super cute in a journal, on the edge of the page. I mean, how cute is that? That is adorable. Or as a belly band. Either way. So, and of course, again, you would cut it off to you know, to match your page size. So anyways, I just thought I would show y'all what I'm doing with my little bowl of scraps here. So there you have it. Just another little idea to use up your stuff and try and avoid waste. So there you go. I don't even know if there's a name for them, so scrap snippets, I don't know. Scrap fabric strips, whatever y'all want to call them. You call them what you want to, they're yours. So anyway, there's what I'm doing. So I hope you enjoyed this little fun little video. I'm just playing around, having fun, and trying to get these farm folios made for y'all. So hopefully I'll have those available next week, so be looking for those in my shop. And so I say next week, today's Saturday when I'm recording this video. It probably won't be released until Sunday or Monday. But anyways, sometime this week, hopefully I'll have the farm folios done for y'all, and y'all can go grab them in the shop. So let me know if you have any comments or questions, any ideas or input on these little strips. I'm just going to call them strips. And I hope y'all have a great weekend. Love y'all real big. Don't forget to like and subscribe for me. Big hugs.